Hello everyone and welcome. We're playing some ranked in Legend. I think, is this the highest we've ever been? Even higher than when we arrived in Legend? Might be. Right, so I think we play this and maybe try getting a spell or something. I don't think we're under too much pressure here. Oh, a third heal would be nice. A third heal would be nice. Yeah. So we've actually got, these are 2 generated heals actually. Just hoping to get like a Relic of Extinction, then we can start getting a more meaningful Relic of Phantasm, or we're hoping for Photographer Fizzle. So we're actually on a really nice run with Relic Demon Hunter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a 7-game win streak in Legend. Oh, yes, in Legend. You heard that right. I was saying on the stream before, on Baby Bear's stream, that this is usually where I lose my win streak, is when I'm actually recording. I'm just going to try not to talk too much, and we'll speak about the deck at the end of the video.
Demons.
Need some card draw here. Aha. We should just play Relic of Phantasms next with the what's it called, I think.
I see.
We're gonna have a full hand though. So how do we do this? Yes, maybe we just play Paladin or something. We've got a very full hand. Or Relic of Dimensions. Posic would be nice since he's got a fullish hand, which he's probably going to empty 1 or 2 cards from. Nope. We've got a lot of heal. We can actually just play 4 mana heal across the board, which is basically a tidal wave for 4 mana. That's a bit crazy though, isn't it? Okay, 1 minute. Let's see if we can get something. No, we definitely want to do this. Definitely want to do this. We've got to get on the board somehow. We'll waste one of... Should we waste one of them? No, we'll just do that. I don't think we're in any danger of losing suddenly here. Oh wow, nice. Okay, the amplifier's gone. It takes a bit of the flexibility out of their deck. Got to be careful with Deathborn now. Get 2 coins. Wow. He only got 1 coin. Huh. Interesting. Interesting choice. Okay, so I can heal up quite a lot here now. Right, good. So let's do Unleashed Fell and Fellerin. Hopefully we'll get something. So what order should we do it in? Ooh. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, so he took that. Could be anti-minion. Let's test this one out first.
Who here can spell Menagerie?
No, it's not interesting.
Anybody?
Let's just make sure that it's not counterspell, which it is. Don't know why I took Sinful Brown, to be honest. We heal that pretty nicely there. And we're left with the 2 mana one, which is a bit of a shame, but that's okay. Counterspell obviously generated. I don't think they play secrets in this deck, which I prefer, to be honest. The nightmare trying to navigate the secrets. Ooh, wow, okay, he's in for the long haul, huh? I think I win once my relics get juiced up. So I definitely do not want to play this at the moment. Let's see what we get from her.
Time to step out of the shadows.
Who's hiding now?
Fresh Felstein.
We definitely want to get a copy of this, so we're looking for Fizzle in our deck here. Yeah, I think we do. Okay, let's just do that. Get a bit of damage in.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
Come out, come out!
Time grows short.
Let's just send everything face here. We could be walking into Deathborn here, but I don't think it's the end of the world. We've got to play a cheap card plus this next turn. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. He can't even kill the 4/3 there. It's surprising. Did he kill an undead? I don't think so. I didn't have any undeads on the board, did I? Oh, Enchanter with this. It's a big heal. I think it's 7 damage. I should be fine here. And let's put this up now, I guess. So we get something good from here. What we at? We're at 3 at the moment. I'd like to have the option of playing Astalor on 10 just in case he goes, what's it called? Right, so let's just see if we get a good spell here. Ah, that's interesting. That could be very useful. Oh, draw cards. I don't want that one.
Our gift of frost shields us. Any questions?
I don't think we have to worry about him going face here. We've got so much healing. Ooh! 5 attack. Nice. Okay. I could put him on the back foot. He probably won't be prepared for that. So 3 damage to all minions. So this survives. If this goes down to 3 health, I could just play that. The other thing is I could always play Enchanter and just clear the board. Well, actually it does 2 damage to each of these at the moment, so not quite ready yet. Okay. Yeah, I think we do it this turn. Oh, he's value trading. That is perfect. He's done the job for me. He's literally done my job for me. Okay, very nice. So 3 damage to all minions. Boom. And we'll just generate a Menagerie.
Anybody?
I think Chaos Strike is nice. Can't draw a bit of attack to face. Even though we're struggling to clear our hands, so we can play this. Just 4 cards. We really want to get the Fizzle. Once we've got Fizzle, then we're just going all in with this Phantasm. And he can't stop lethal here by playing the ice block type card, which only lets you take 1 damage at a time, because Astalor does 1 damage pings. It's 14 pings. Okay, so he doesn't have anything big here. Okay. Is there lethal on the board here? What's this do? Chaos Strike, okay. Chaos Strike, Hero Power. Oh, 1 minute. Chaos Strike Hero Power gives me 3 damage. Plus 14 and 17. Ooh, that's 2 off lethal. I can wait till next turn, I think.
Pick me! Pick me!
Yeah, 'cause especially if I'm doing this. Do this. Unfortunately, this is all I had to do in, so I might end up killing off one of the spikes. Predation. Extra damage. Let's see what we get here. Right, so if he doesn't do anything here, this is lethal. These 3 can't by themselves.
Reality
Aha!
woven.
6 cost spell, okay. That's 14, that's still lethal, I believe. Or is it 1 off lethal? So that's 17.
I grow impatient.
Did we get anything from him? Summix is good. Oh, here we go.
Gifts of the arcane surge within me.
Time grows short.
We've got 4 damage to face here. Plus Astalor, that's 18, 19, 20 potential damage here.
Don't think too hard.
Okay. That's his big play gone. We withdraw here. Okay, got rid of that. That, oh, what was that? That was a counter spell, wasn't it? Oh, he's damaging himself. He's damaging himself.
A smidge of this, a pinch of that.
Sorry about that. There we go.
Time runs out on me.
Okay. I'm assuming this is an objection. I can waste one of these, I suppose.
Arcane energy amplified.
Yeah. I don't want him to bounce this back to hand if that's even possible. I don't know what sort of cards they run. Maybe we could just do this now.
Time grows short.
Hit the Remath? No, never mind. That's 5 down to 17. He's probably got about 12 skeletons. That's 24 damage. He's actually got to play the counters out as well. This isn't even going to get infused yet, so... What's going on here? Oh, I see.
Arcane energy amplified.
Let's do this first. Or should we just go for this? Maybe we get something good off this. Posic. There's nothing that good. Let's just shuffle this in now. I think we might have a lethal with the... What's it called now? Alright, let's do draw a card. That actually makes a lot of sense. I'm not sure why I did that actually. I'm not sure why I did that. We've got all 3 relics coming up, or we've got Astalor, which is lethal. Does he have lethal with Kalthazad? I don't know. Okay, good, he's digging. That usually means they are in trouble. When they give up their maxitude, that usually means they're absolutely desperate. Which is a very good sign for us. Seeing a lot of these spooky mages, and I think we're quite favoured against it. It's just too slow to kill us. It doesn't have that sudden burst which like a Hound Hunter has. So we can afford to go relatively low and then just heal off the wide boards they create. Okay, he's going for Deathborn. That's not going to help him. That's 9 plus 13.
You are an intruder. Our gift of fire empowers us.
Nice. Yeah, so Aston was really key in this particular matchup because of the really annoying spell. What was it? They always play at least one a game. Where is it? Oh no, they didn't actually. That's interesting. But well, last few games against Mage have had that sort of thing. Wow, so I'm climbing 100 with each win now, which is really amazing. I was at 3,500 about an hour and a quarter ago. Let's see if we keep the win streak going. It's incredible, this deck. And the games look like 12 minutes, 9 minutes, 17 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 10 minutes. Yeah, and I haven't been playing back to back. I've been having breaks in between games.
Feel the hatred of 10,000
Ooh, that looks good. Oh, but it's a rogue. I think maybe we hang on to some removal here. Just in case. Are we hitting the big boys now? The rogue players. A bit scary. Oh, unless it's thief rogue. That's not too bad.
I grow impatient.
Let's see. Are we favoured against both types of rogue? Let's have a look. Relic Demon Hunter. Where's rogue? Here we go. Miracle Rogue. We're even. Secret Rogue, we're slightly favoured, and Thief Rogue, we're highly favourable. Okay, so we're looking favourites for this match, just based on the stats. So, Potion Belt. I think most ones run Potion Belt. Let's see if we can pull up the deck, because I'm really not familiar playing Rogue. We don't see many Rogues in Diamond or below. It's really a Legend. At Legend, apparently, it's quite a popular class. Let's have a look. So what's he got here? Potion, belt. Okay, that's all we've got to work with at the moment. I'm sure all the types of rogue run this. Apparently not. Oh, miracle rogue, secret rogue. Okay. There's one here just called rogue. All right. Shall I annoy him and cone out Meltress? Not doing very much here.
I grow impatient.
If I coin this out, this might make it tricky to play this hand. He could. I mean, did he just... If he played Ancestral Knowledge, so he's going to be overloaded, so I'm not in a desperate rush here.
Time grows short. Gift of the arcane.
Let's just do this. Next go... Probably... Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have put a target on the board for him there. They can kill and then... okay, we'll see. Well, he's overloaded. He's probably psychologically going to wait till next turn. Yeah. Right, so this is the turn where he's about to pop off. This is where I annoy him by doing this. Hopefully, it will actually work. No guarantees though. Rogue might be able to... This is Miracle Rogue, so maybe he'll do everything from the outcast position of his hand. He'll still get a ghost up. Okay. 10 cards, so Posic's not a play. No, I can save it with this. This can clear a board, I think.
Our gift of frost shields us.
Do I have to worry about this? I don't have to trade then use the 3 damage spell on this, so
My hand
I'll
is
trade
too
it.
full.
Okay, let's see. What's he got? We know one card's... Oh, wow. Grabatoa in the deck. So maybe it's not... I've been playing against the wrong archetype, it looks like. No, it does run it as well. If I play Wayward Sage, that's going to discount my Astral to 7. I don't need to heal at the moment.
Gifts of the arcane.
Let's do this.
surge within me.
Get rid of the Grabatoa straight away.
Take 2 and call you in the morning.
Putricide's being played as well. At least this is infusing with Zymox, which is nice. Putricide. Okay. Still no indication what this deck is. He's played Spike. He's played Astalor. Spike, Astalor, and Sinstone. Yeah, this is definitely Miracle Rogue. Yeah, with the Sinstone to the Sinstone graveyard.
I must choose soon.
I grow impatient.
You just cast all relics here. Let's cast this one first. Then we'll cast the rest of them.
So the legends are true.
Okay, so we should knock off 2 cards here. Hopefully we'll hit this 7-3. Good. And the Putricide? No. Shame.
Anybody?
Rolling card could be very important for me here, so we'll go with that. Get rid of the Putricide, he's getting a lot of value from this. Even though it does cost him 3 mana, but I mean if you've got like an execute. Okay, good, he got rid of the 3-3 at least. That's a slight comfort there. We could play this followed by that, getting us 2 7/7s. Should be enough to win. Wow, okay, that's interesting. Oh, he doesn't have a hero power, so that's kind of useless. I don't think it works with his hero power. You have to have a hero power which gives your minion an attack. He should just have 1 attack here. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. 1 minute, so we're 12. What we're looking at 12 damage here. 12 plus 7. Still not enough. Let's try drawing, see what we get. Oh, we've got the Relic Vault. What was this? Mark of Scorn. Let's put this down first.
Arcane energy amplified.
Oh, order. It's a very bad order there.
Time grows short.
Right, let's just go with this. I don't think a rogue can actually deal with this type of board, even though I completely panicked there. They will just keep going till our win streak actually finishes. I can't see him surviving this. Okay, he hit the big one. 3 damage and destroy another minion. That's already 6 mana spent. Nice. Okay. Didn't play that correctly that game, but yeah, we're okay here. Nice.
Prowess is undeniable.
Let's keep going. 2573. Wow. What's going on? This is meant to be legend. I thought legend was meant to be good. I'm not a bad player. I don't think I'm that good. Oh, maybe I am. I just don't realize it. Okay.
Illidan versus Urel.
The light heals all wounds.
Oh, that
I
is
will
nice.
set the sky
That's nice. A
ablaze.
fizzle with a phantasm starting off. I think we're definitely keeping that. And for emergencies. We've got Relic of Extinction. Maltronics is interesting. Let's see what he's got. I think we should be favoured against the Paladin generally. Just double check on that. Pure Paladin. We are slightly favoured. 52% win rate. Okay. Nice. Oh, we get to copy Maltronics, Silver Moon, and 2 relics, which is really nice. I got a feeling this might not be your regular Paladin. Oh, and Zymox just in time. Perfect. Okay, so we've got Zymox and 2 relics. And then we've also got a bit of spell damage and a tech card. So this is not your regular Paladin. This is a Cold Feet. Cold Feet. What is this? I think this is a combo Paladin. So we've got to be smart about this.
Impatient.
Yeah, this is the big Paladin, the one with the War Rider, the Rivendare.
Demons? Demons.
How do we play this? Next time we want to play this and the Nagaling. We want to infuse this as well, so maybe playing a bit of a waste. Alright, let's do it like this. At least we get 2 2/2s on the board. As opposed to 2 1/1s. We lost our remover, but I don't think remover is going to be key in this matchup. Okay, so down to 24. A very control-y sort of deck he's playing. We can get his combo on it. Ooh, that is very good. Drawing minions is just what we want. Thin out our deck. And now, this, if he clears the board, this will be infused.
What a delightful party.
Okay. How badly do we need to get rid of this? We do 4, 5, 6. Alright, let's do it then.
Arcane energy.
Gift of the arcane enlightens us.
It's my turn.
Now Zymox is juiced up. Can't complain. What I would do for a destroyer of locations now. Okay, let's mess him up a bit. And let's play an undead so we can get value from this, hopefully. And we'll go face like this. So we're looking at not that much damage.
Reporting for duty.
Do we play Zymox next turn? Gives us the card draw. Okay, no, so we would do this.
The more you struggle, the better.
Alright, let's go for more card draw.
I see.
A snapshot here.
It is our time to step out of the shadows.
Ouch. It's not what we wanted. Not what we wanted at all. So we don't want to play this. We can play this there.
They will never catch me.
We've got undead here, so hopefully that'll give us some value. Let's get something from here. Yeah, this can be very good with this. We can get 10 damage to face for 8 mana. Wow. Okay. Let's just draw the single card here.
Job done.
Flesh Giant probably coming out soon. No, okay, it's looking very good. Class card. That's for the heal. I think we really want to play this now so we can threaten a lethal next turn. Yeah.
Gift of frost shields us.
Just take whatever we get from here. He doesn't have any AoE heals, does he? Let's do that. Let's go face. If he clears it, we've got 5 damage, 5 damage. So we just need 5 more damage. So we'll probably get Astalor spell damage into these. That should be enough for us to win. Yeah, and he can't even kill it off, which is even better. So let's see what we get from here. Yeah, we should get through him. Yeah.
Gifts of the arcane surge within me. Astonishing.
Well played. Nice.
Fire cannot be extinguished.
Wow, what a flexible deck this Relic Demon Hunter is. Amazing. Oh, and we just played with a new portrait. We didn't even notice. What a shame. Okay, we'll have to watch out for that. That's the new portrait we got for completing the special event. Let's play another one. See how far we can get. And we'll show you this incredible win streak at the end. I think I'm liking the Relic Demon Hunter even more than the Outcast Demon Hunter. Well, the truth is, I did say that I don't feel comfortable playing Outcast Demon Hunter. Warrior. Bit of damage is probably necessary. Phantasms. Do we keep these phantasms by themselves? I don't think so. Need to get some card generation or card draw. So we got that with Chaos and Vizier. We've got some AoE, which is important against Enrage Warrior.
Lights the pyres.
So you got Fizzle.
Want to hear my playlist?
Is this mech? Is there even such a thing? We're saving this. So we can just do it with that hero power. What on earth? Oscillate? What on earth is going on here? Ah, okay, fine, fine. Now I know what's going on. Fine, we're playing Menagerie Warrior. It shouldn't be too scary. Let's take a bit of... heal. Party animal and oscillator. Yeah. I think we have our deck. Let's bring it up. So now we know what we're facing. I don't want to copy this without any relics or any major removal. However, we are copying our Astalor here. It's not very good hand, this. I don't want to burn the coin either. Do we just take a spell? Maybe that's what we do.
The better.
Beauty is more than scale deep.
He's got his juice now.
Writhe. Who here can spell Menagerie? Anybody?
Could get a bit of damage on him. I think our focus has to be card draw and removal here. We got spell damage, so we should be able to clear any board he has here.
Writhe.
We could go very low here. Got to keep track of any buffs he puts in his hand. We'd probably copy the Astalor now, and then we start fighting back for a board. Okay. Interesting. So he's prioritizing board clear here. Okay.
Our gift of the arcane enlightenment.
I don't think we're worried about spell damage at all against this deck. I don't even think they have any spells, to be honest. He doesn't want to draw now because he's got, well, maybe if he's got one drop. He could play the 5 mana card. Right, now we're talking. Now we've got to start clearing the board. Okay. What are we looking at? 2 damage to everything. So let's do the AoE first.
Gifts of the arcane surge within me.
Anything else? Do we just want to play the other one, just clear everything? No, we've got enough to clear the board. It's fine. Coin. Do Mock of Scorn first, see if we can snipe something. Nice. Okay. Definitely kill this. And then we finish off with this. Hopefully we'll hit this and that. Okay. Near enough a perfect clue. He's got 2 cards of truth here. This has been buffed. Nothing else has been buffed. That is his card which he's got buffed. So he's looking desperate now. Right. Okay, here we go. Now we do need to be lucky with the next draw because we are in a bit of trouble on board 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17. That is not what we're looking for. I think we need to juice this up.
Hey, you! Install these for me, won't you?
This is not good. You could have a lucky draw with like the weapon or something. That's 5. We still got. Okay. Okay. It gives us card draw, but I don't think we are really looking at card draw at the moment. Yeah, this is just a nasty minion to deal with. Okay, come on, trade off my minions, please. Trade off my minions. Yeah. 3 left. Good. Gives me 3/3. He's not killing it. He's not going face. Perfect. Okay, here we go.
Vengeance!
The problem is, if this doesn't draw me what I need, I'm dead on board. If I do this, doesn't do anything. I mean, this and that's 4 damage. 1, 2, 5, 10, 13, 16. That's way too close for comfort. Just have to hope this knocks off enough. Here we go. Looks like the end of my run, I think. No, not yet. Maybe not yet. That's not what we needed. 4 and a 4. Oh goodness.
They will never catch me.
Does he have 2 damage from somewhere? Does he have 2 damage? If he's got weapon or Gromash, that is lethal. He just has 2 damage from anywhere. Right. Wow, this is unlucky. Just didn't have the right removal when we needed it. Didn't quite get it. Well, who knows? We could still win. If Hashem wants us to win, we'll win. No such thing as nature. Of course. The thing is he scared of dying? What's his health on? What's his health total? Oh, it's 15. He's probably scared he's going to die. I mean, if he knows what I've got here, he should definitely be going face here. Oh wow, he's trading. Fantastic, that's really good for us. That's really good. He was too scared to go all in. Need some card draw.
They will never catch me.
That's exactly what we wanted. Oh, we can even put this in as well. Beautiful. Perfect. Wow, what a save. Okay, let's do this. Kill this up. Well, it's 5 damage somehow. Does he have any way of coming back now? This is an easy lethal setup. I've even got multi-strike to hopefully help me clear a couple of taunts.
They need our care.
Okay.
Now more than ever.
Ah. He's got the lifesteal and he's got the rush. And does he have the Wind Fury? He's got the Wind Fury. Alright. Okay. Okay. That's reasonable, I suppose. But now I've got this, which is really nice.
Arcane energy amplified.
Our gift of frost shields us.
Submit.
I really do not want to do this, but looks like I might actually have to go into the 6th one there.
Already struck.
Okay. Got Astalor coming up. And if he puts anything there, Astalor's going to do 2 damage 14 times to enemies.
Smell of mana in the morning. To be incinerated.
Oh, watch this. This is going to be fun.
Our gift of fire empowers us.
This should clear the board. It didn't clear the board. Okay.
Hell Inferno! Frostbolt!
Okay. Didn't quite work as planned. Still got lethal showing. I'm going to play the Naga into draw a card. Get 2 cards off that. We've got a photograph in the deck as well.
Let me hear you make some noise!
Okay, so this is desperation now. He's only got 7 cards left. Right, so one does probably Gromash or something like that. Let's do this.
Can spell Menagerie. Anybody?
Does it work with Nagalings? I'm not sure it does actually. Oops. That was a mistake.
Pick me! Pick me!
Aim for their weak spots! Hell Inferno!
If it clears this, I think this is nearly lethal just by itself on an empty board. Oh, come on, another one. Wow. 14. How do you get 14 different classes? That doesn't make sense. He wants to kill that, surely. Oh, I see, he's got that. Okay, this is interesting. What could we get from here? There's nothing really which helps us here.
I grow impatient.
The more you struggle, the better.
here. Do this. We'll kill this off first.
It's my turn.
1 minute.
It's my turn.
Got 6 cards left, he's got 5.
Time grows short. Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
Pick me.
Yep, nice. Oh wow, I saved that one. I think he really should have gone face there. He really should have gone. Maybe we'll finally have a break here after 10-game win streak. Wow. Okay, this is a really strong deck. I thought Outcast Demon Hunter was strong, but this in Legend, this is basically 10. I've climbed about 1200 without loss. Wow. Let's see who else is online. No one else at the moment. Wow, very, very nice. Alright, so let's go and look at the deck. Yeah, it'd be nice to keep going until we lost, but one of those rare situations where we actually don't lose. And in Legends of all places. Right, so let's have a look. First of all, we'll have a look at our win rate. Oh dear, sincere apologies. Yeah. Again, I'm going to try out this other deck tracker now. Because it's just ridiculous. I forgot to put the deck tracker on the screen during the games. So really sorry for that. What a shame. It would have been such an even better video. But okay, so let's have a look at the win rate. 75% win rate, but that doesn't tell the whole story. Because we did play this deck before we were in Legends with a different version. See, this is version 1.2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if we take off those 11 games and only look at the ones we've played in Legends, 1, 2, 3, 4, just so you can see it, it's off the bottom of the screen there. Okay, so 2 days ago, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then we went on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 game win streak. So we played 25 games with this version of the deck in Legend, 3, 4, and we've lost 5 times. So 25, 5, so this is 80% win rate in Legend. Wow, amazing. What an amazing deck. Maybe I'm just playing it well, who knows, but I'm too humble to say that. Anyway, so let's get rid of this. And let's have a look at the actual deck and we'll go through it. And it's a very complex deck. It's a sort of deck we could do so many things with. A quick overview of the deck. You've got your relics, Relic of Extinction, Relic of Phantasm, which produces 2 minions, 2 undead minions, which is important because that does synergize with Nerubian Vizier. Thalmos is also undead, so bear that in mind if you want to get extra value from the Vizier. These are the 2 ways to activate it: killing that off or killing one of the phantasms off. And then of course you've got Relic of Dimensions, which is your big swing turn card, which can really claw back a game by discounting things ridiculously. Now, for those who don't know the way that relics work, when you play any relic card, So let's say it says deal 1 damage to a random enemy minion twice. By the way, this can hit the same minion twice, or it can hit 2 different minions twice. Then the rest of your relics now have the number 2 attached to them. So summon 2 2/2s, or reduce the cost of the cards drawn by 2. Right. And this also applies to this sort of like incremental increase of the power of the relics. Also counts when you play a Naggling, because you can actually discover Relic of Extinction or Relic of Phantasms from a school teacher. And when you play the Naggling, then that increases the value of your relics, just like if you would have played the relic spells themselves. Then you've got Artificer Zymox, where when he's infused, he casts all 3 relics in random order. But you can also just play him to discover a single relic. So there's many ways of ramping up your relics. You can easily get the relics over 10. 3 from Zymox, 2, 4, 6 from the regular ones, so that's 9. But then you have ways of getting extra relics. The primary one being Relic Vault, which you click the location and then you play your relic. I'm still not 100% sure whether it works with Nagglings. I don't think it works with Nagglings. It only works with the spells. So be careful with that. So you click this, and instead of having 2, let's say in the middle of the game, this might be a summon 2 5/5s. You click the Relic Vault and then Relic of Phantasm, and you get 2 5/5s plus 2 6/6s. And you've got to be careful because the board space is an issue, because you've already got a relic on board, and sometimes it'll be the first time you a location. Sometimes it'll be the first time you use the location, and after you trigger the double effect, you'll have 4 of these on board plus your original location, so you're going to be a bit stuck on board. Okay, so that's the general idea of this, the core of the deck. You want to increase your removal. The phantasms are the ones you really want to get big. Relic of Dimension, you want it to get to 3 or 4, maybe 5 for optimal, because you know, if you get to 6 or 7, you're only going to benefit these 2 cards or another Relic of Dimensions by reducing their cost to 0. Everything's going to cost 0 once you get to Relic of Dimensions as 4. A big swing turn will be to have the Relic Vault on board, and let's say the first time you had the Relic Vault, you played into double Phantasms on turn 3. So the ideal curve would be Relic of Extinction turn 1, Vault on turn 2, double using the Relic Vault on Phantasms turn 3, giving you 2 2/2s, 2 3/3s. Then turn 4, and then let's say you coin out, or you wait till turn 6 and you use the Relic Vault on Relic of Dimensions. Then you draw 4 cards. The first 2 will be reduced cost by 4. The second 2 will be reduced cost by 5. Now, what can you do with these cheaper cards? That's important to know, right? This is why Phantasms are so important to leave later on in the game, if possible, depending on the matchup. But you know, you want to get as many of these as you can. Having 2 10/10s and 2 11/11s, almost impossible to remove, besides Priest and Death Knight, Blood Death Knight. No other class can really deal with that sort of stats. That's what you're trying to aim for. So don't just use both Relic of Phantasms just for tempo, unless maybe you're against a Totem Shaman and you need to get minions on board very quickly just to contest the board. But besides that, you really want to save at least one of them up. Now, the way you can increase the value of your hand is by using Photographer Fizzle. Try getting photos of the Relic of Phantasm so you can play them later on in the late game in case you still don't win. Then eventually you'll draw the snapshot and you can play it, and then you can get some massive phantasms. You get like 11, 11, 12, 12s, 13, 13s quite easily with this deck. When you do have a big board, it's really good if you can time it with Prosecutor Multranics, which means they basically don't have the optimal answers to whichever board you present for them. So let's say you do your big turn, you have a Relic Vault on the board, play, you know, Relic of Phantasms with a Relic Vault. You've got, like, let's say 2 9/9s, 2 10/10s. That costs you 3 mana only, sometimes 0 if you drew it with a Relic of Dimensions. Then you play Multranics. Then what's he going to do? He's going to have to deal with 38 in stats on the board with only access to his right and left cards in his hand. So it's quite a very powerful tech card. This, it can, you really want to use it with your big swing turns. You add it on in the end, and then they're just totally helpless, and that can win a game in itself, just playing Multranics after a big turn like that. Okay, and we spoke about School Teacher. School Teacher can give you Naglings, which give you more Relics and Phantasms or Extinction. We spoke about Zymox. You need to infuse it, but there's so many minions in the deck and ways of generating minions. You can even get, you know, Coordinated Strike or Security. You can get off the. You get 3 minions like that just off the School Teacher or off Illidari Studies. There's lots of ways of generating minions, even though it looks like this deck is full of big minions. Right, and of course you've got Astalor as well as another finish, and this is, I found this is a very important card against Mage. Mage has got a really annoying card. Let's remind myself of it, or rather not remind myself of it. Called Solid Alibi. Until your next turn, your hero can only take 1 damage at a time. Now that's really frustrating against specifically my deck, where you might have like 2 10/10s, 2 11/11s, and they only do 4 damage to his face. So what you can do is, just in case he does that, you can rush your Astalor. So you could play turn 10 just in case he plays that. And since he does 14 pings, the greatest Astalor, the big one, then it's irrelevant the fact that he only takes 1 damage at a time, because you're doing 14 damages at one after the other. So that's how you can get through that. Otherwise, you want to save. You just want to use your big minions to take big chunks off. And then when he plays that, then you play the Astalor, the 8 mana Astalor. Okay, now the other part of this deck is, once you've got Relic of Dimensions, or even beforehand, you've got a massive swing potential. If he has a big board, a big wide board, and you've got very low health, this happens very, very often. I'd say at least 1 in every 2 games, is you get very low in health, and then you just heal to full and wipe out their board using a combination of these cards here. Let's have a look at them. So you've got, first of all, Silvermoon Arcanist, spell damage 2, and it's only for 3 mana. I think it's the cheapest minion in the game with 2 spell damage. Besides, I think the Phoenix, which is a Mage card, which I think is in. There's a dual class card between Mage and Shaman, possibly, which is in Wild, I think. I'm not sure. It's in the current expansion. Anyway, but it's very, very cheap. The downside is, Battlecry, your spells can't target hero resistance. So if you've got someone who cheats us out with a Dirty Rat, then you're very lucky you can actually target face as well. But the fact is, the sort of spells you're using will damage face anyway, because you're generally going to be comboing this on turn 6 with this spell, Unleash Fel, which does 1 damage to all enemies. So if he's got 3-4 enemies, that's going to be doing 12 damage, or 9 or 12 damage in total. It's going to be healing you for that much as well. Now, this also goes face. So this is a nice cheeky little lethal you can set up. If you've got 2 Silvermoon Arcanists, And you've got 2 unleashed spells like I had in a game recently. I didn't need it in the end, but that was a potential out. A potential lethal. Play 2 of these, making these do 5 damage across the board. Play two of them, you do 10 damage across the board, plus 10 damage face. So that's a really powerful tool as well. And it's not just Alchemist which you can do this. You've got an amazing card, very underestimated the power of this card, Enchanter. Yeah, I thought, well, it's an okay card, yeah, whatever. But look at it carefully. Enemy minions take double damage during your turn. That means if they've got a big board and you play something like Immolation Aura, they'll take 4 damage instead of 2. Or if you've got a security outcast, 3 1/1s can end up doing 6 damage, which I think we had in one of the games there actually. Is that against the wall? Did we have the Warlock game? I'm not sure if we had the Warlock game in the video. Or Astalor does 2 damage and now do 4 damage. Or the big Astalor, if you manage to discount either the Astalor or the Enchanter, Enchanter's much more likely. You play the big Astalor, it does 14 damage, but when it hits a minion, those pings will be doing 2 damage. And I'm not sure, I can't remember what happens when you double the double damage. It could be you quadruple the damage, I can't remember. It's very rare you get to use that, so I'm not quite sure about that interaction. Anyway, so the idea of the deck is you don't come out fast generally, you're just trying to survive with Relic of Extinction. You might, in emergency against a very fast deck, need to use up one of your enchanters and also new arcanists with Relic of Extinction or Taste of Chaos, which can generate you a spell, or maybe Illidari Studies with some outcast spells or cards. So you got a mediocre, but an okay, I would say an average early game to deal with lots of threats. Then you hopefully you get a fizzle with the Relic of Phantasms in the deck, or with an Astalor if you need to go long. If you need to go into the late game. If you've got a Zymox as well, it's also a very good card to copy with Fizzle. It gives you immense value. You've got Zhilag of the Abyss. It's just a very good card. Be careful playing against Mage, because they like to use your little 1/2s as fodder for the Deathborn, so they can get some nice skeletons off that. And then of course you've got Pozic. Pozic, you really want to play this early on in the game, so I don't think it's recommended to keep it in the opening hand, but if I've got decent removal like Taste of Chaos, Relic of Extinction, Illidari Studies, Relic Roll, I've got like an okay early game. I tend to like to keep Pozic. Playing at turn 4 makes it very awkward for the opponent to deal with it, and that can completely mess up any deck's sort of curve, especially an aggro deck, because it just lets you trade with the 4/4 if you ignore it, and then suddenly you've got another 3/3s to help you trade on board. Maltranics to explain, school teacher, we spoke about dimensions, yeah, we've spoken about all the cards now basically. Rubian Vizier, of course, more spell generation. So you see this deck has got a lot of juice in it. You can generate so many things. You generate spells, you can generate extra value from the different relic combination cards we showed you. Fizzle, Relic Vault, got more outcast cards here, fell spells here, random spells there. Thalmos is a lovely card. It's got a triple synergy with our deck. Mini synergies, spell damage, so it can give you even more damage with your Unleashed spell. It draws you a card, which helps you get your Relic of Dimensions if you're running short on cards, and other useful cards. And also it's undead, so when it dies, the Rubian Vizier will have a discounter spell. There's one other card, which is just a very good card, Paladin the Forgotten. Also gives you 2 Outcast cards. You can play this on 4 mana, and very often you can play both Outcast cards. You can draw a lot of cards with this. So this practically is a very good card draw engine. You can often get a Spectral Sight and what's it called, Sigil Runner, to draw you 3 cards very easily. That's quite common with Paladin the Forgotten. Or you could get the 3 mana Outcast card. Or you could get this one for some extra damage. Gnar Glavesmith. You can also get this one, Tough Crowd, which you can actually use on your own minions. So sometimes you might want to use it on an Astalor, or even on a Zymox, something powerful like that. Or I think once I've used it on a Pozic. That was interesting. I get to play Pozic twice, and yeah, that's a lot of 3/3s if they kill it. But generally, the most efficient way of using this card is on your opponent's big minion. Then they have to play the big minion again. So it actually slows them down quite a lot. Right, in terms of mulligans, what we're looking for. Right, mulligans are a bit complicated. It really depends on the matchup quite a lot here. Generally, you want to keep your relics. Relic of Extinction. Relic of Phantasm I'm hesitant to keep, because I really like to play this later on once the relics are, producing 4/4s and 5/5s. But you can keep it, especially if you've got Relic of Extinction. You definitely want to keep Relic Vault. Unless you know you're going against a very fast deck, then you're just scrambling for removal, like Relic of Extinction. And maybe an Enchanter, Silvermoon Arcanist, Unleash Fell, Taste of Chaos. Cards which you want to keep, I would say any of the cheap ones are probably quite good. Blood Mage Thalnos is just good. It gives you flexibility in case you want removal. You've got the extra spell damage. If you want value, you've got the draw of the card. And also, if it dies, if you play it turn 2, it dies, and then you can follow up with the Vizier sometimes on turn 3. So that's a nice, neat little interaction there. Fizzle, I would keep Fizzle if I had Relic of Phantasm and a cheaper card, because I really want to. Fizzle's much more efficient if you don't take a snapshot of like 9 cards, because that means you can only really use it efficiently once you've completely run out of cards near the end of the game. So I like to use it to take a snapshot of 4, 5, maybe 6 cards, and definitely if it's got Relic of Phantasm, I just like take that snapshot, and then we can feel confident playing the Phantasm for 3/3 or 4/4, knowing that we've got extra Phantasms in our deck. So that's when I would keep Fizzle. Paladin the Forgotten, I think, is a very good keep, and so is Pozic. It's a very good keep in the opening hand. But again, be careful, because if you're playing against a fast deck, where you think you will be, you could get run over, and you might not be able to stabilize in time. Remember, the heal, the mass heal, which can heal you to full, is Mana Thirst 6. It gets a lifesteal. So you can do the AoE damage to remove a board, like if you're facing tokens, but you won't necessarily get the heal and that massive swing turn where he thought he's about to win. You don't have any board, he's got a massive board, you're on 6 health, and then suddenly, boom, his board's gone, you're up to 30, and you've got a few minions on board with an Enchanter and a Silvermoon Arcanist. So generally, it's very hard to say mulligans for this deck. I would say Taste of Chaos is a very good one. I almost always keep that. Relic of Extinctions, I almost always keep that, because these are early removal, and we're not really doing much in the early game in terms of developing boards. So it's really, we're going to be either doing nothing like our opponent's doing nothing, if it's also a slow deck, or we'll be doing, or our opponent's going to be very active, and then we want to be reactive. So we want to have our reactive cards like Relic of Extinction, Taste of Chaos, and it'd be nice to have some card draw of some sort, Thalnos maybe, Illidori study, at least to generate. You can generate off the Taste of Chaos as well quite easily early game. Relic Vault, I would tend to always keep Relic Vault as well. It's such a powerful card because any relic you get now is doubled. And remember, you're not just doubling the effect of that individual relic card, you're actually increasing the value of all your subsequent relic cards. So basically you're getting a value of like 10, 20 if you think about it like this. If you get a relic vault right at the beginning, then your relic of Phantasm is going to be producing later on in the game at an 11-11 instead of a 12 instead of a 10-10. And this is going to be producing 1 extra damage. That's going to be reducing the cost of another card. So if you imagine that every time this ramps up, it gains 1 mana in value. Right, it's really 2 mana in value because you're actually reducing the cost by 2 cards by 1. So this is basically going to double any value you got on any increase in the relic value. So it's just such a high value card. If you look at the whole game as a whole, obviously if you're really desperate for survival, you know you're facing an extremely aggressive deck, and you basically got Relic Vault and you don't have anything else good, then maybe you just go for the Relic of Extinction, Taste of Chaos. But otherwise, always keep Relic Vault and always keep Taste of Chaos or Relic of Extinction. Relic of Phantasm is also very good, and also Fellerin or Pozic are very, very good keeps, provided you're not playing a fast deck or you've got already a very good curve, so you can afford to like keep a 4-drop in your opening hand. Anything else? Anything else? Apparently Unleash Fell is very powerful in the Mulligan. I'm not convinced. Apparently it's only kept 25% of the time as well. I don't blame the players who play this, that they do that. People tend to keep Relic of Phantasm's, Taste of Chaos, Illidari Studies, your 1-drops and your Relic Vaults. So that's basically it. And you saw how we played the deck. Sorry about not having the deck list up. I'm going to try getting a new deck tracker because it's just getting too frustrating for me now, having to always remember to add the deck tracker to the video. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope this was helpful. And yeah, 10 win streak in High Legend. This isn't Legend anymore, this is High Legend. Very, very exciting. I'd like to say thank you especially to Jean-Bray and Baby Bear for their stream this morning. They really encouraged me to go pushing, and I did, and paid fruits. What are we looking for here? Here we go. Yeah. There were 2,355. Really nice. And you know, we thought Outcast Demon Hunter was good. This is even more incredible, and it could be like the strongest deck in the meta, possibly even. I'm not sure. I have to check that out. But what I'm finding is just so flexible. It deals with early boards because of all the removal. It generates massive boards later to crush any other slower decks. And it's got so much longevity with the fizzle and repeating of relics. And it's got mana cheat. It's got heal, AoE. It's got everything, this deck. So it's a really nice deck. And that's why I prefer it over Outcast Demon Hunter, which is very, you know, you've got to hope you're facing a deck which doesn't have AoE. Once I have AoE, you're kind of dead. And I've had actually a match Relic Demon Hunter into Outcast Demon Hunter, and it wasn't that hard to win with the Relic Demon Hunter. The Outcast is a bit scary, but if you get the right removal tools early enough, then you just take over the board. And even the very fast rush minions which come onto the board, once you've got a couple of 5/5s and 6/6s from Relic of Phantasms, they can't do very much. You just keep trading on board. Don't let them have any board at all. Similar to Token Druid and Paladin, just kill any minion on board. Don't worry, you'll get him face eventually, because you're trading on board and then you're developing a board, and then eventually you just got a huge board and they have nothing. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. We are 2355 in Legend. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.